Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Freedom Week Dark and the Multiverse of the Master Mage. Fire away! Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master this evening. We've gathered some treacherous heroes today. Say, Bowman, why have you done this, heroes?
Bowman,
why have you done
this, heroes?
I'm going to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they will be playing, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, who is your favorite traitor? And we will start with Jonesy.
Hey everybody, I'm Jonesy, and tonight I'll be playing Mortis, the Master Mage of the Crossroads and the altogether happy undead guy. And as far as my favorite traitor, I'm actually gonna go Terror from the Teen Titans. She is my favorite traitor. Sorry, Calvin, she's a better traitor than you.
That's totally fair.
Damn. Wow. Wow.
Feel called out in the chat.
I knew it. I nailed it.
Damn.
I knew it. I had to get it in before you said it, but I knew it.
I mean, come on. She was, yeah. So she was assigned that way. So that's who my favorite traitor is. So there, whatever. I'll kick it over to Kevin.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin. I'll be playing the OPOD. That's the, Overdrive ZOD. You figure out the OP for yourself. I'm sure Deuce will explain it to you. I don't like this question of the day. Well, yes, that's true, because when you say favorite trader, he's my most likable trader. I really loathe traders generally, but I'll let Andy get away with it because, we had fun with him being a trader. Look, now I ran off camera. That's how angry he is about this whole conversation. So I will kick it on down to Gatorban for the wrap up. I mean, the next round.
That was really Alex's fault. You know that.
I do.
It could be. Hey, everybody. I'm the Deuce. I'm playing everyone's lovable Gator Man, half Gator. Shove them together, Gator Man. For those curious about the previous statement, OP means often problematic, but we still appreciate him anyway.
Wow.
So we're glad he's here. And my favorite traitor is the perennial traitor, the traitor that lives in all of our childhood fantasies, continues on throughout. That is Starscream. God bless him. He is the traitor of my dreams. Because every week it's, don't do it again, Starscream. Okay, and then he does, and God bless him. It's just so good. So, 100% Starscream forever. But speaking of traitors, hey, it's Calvin's turn.
Oh,
wow.
Nice segue.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin, and tonight I will be playing Bowman, the apostate archer with the awesome array of arrows.
Wow.
That was the only synonym to traitor I could find that started with A.
Gonna give you a hero point.
And to
Not like
answer
he's gonna need it.
I think I am gonna need it. My favorite traitor, I mean, I don't know, there's so many to choose from because there was yeah, there was Alara who betrayed the team by leaving Starhaven. There was Ruby who got mind controlled on Gemstars and then fought the team. And then there was Speed Demon who set a team member on fire.
Wow.
What's the common thread in these things?
Calvin.
I have no idea.
Curiouser and curiouser.
So we'll see how it goes with Bowman. See if we can bring home the hat trick +1. And with that, I'll pass it to Andy.
Hey everyone, I'm Andy. I am here for our superhero shenanigans. Tonight I am playing Resident Gem Mage. Alex really didn't give us a whole lot of time to think about this question, and I really can't think of any that haven't already been named, so I'm going with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, played by Alan Tudyk at the very beginning of Firefly, where he turns on the Stegosaurus and eats him after they declare this land my land.
Slightly surprised you didn't go with Tommy the Green Ranger there. I thought that was your
No,
guy.
I mean, technically he didn't betray the team. He was already mind controlled and went against them. He wasn't a traitor to them.
You could have went for yourself there, Andy.
I'm not. I already was.
Oh.
I was already called out. I'm not
He
doing
doesn't
it
want to be
again.
his own favorite trader. That's no fun. That's no
Yeah.
I love this is a thing we're doing. Yeah. Okay.
Raise your hand if you've been most of the trader. Half the team should be raised their hand.
Alex, back to you.
My favorite trader is Orange Drop Cookies.
Oh, that's wrong. Desserts can't be traitorous.
That wasn't a trader. That was a conspiracy.
That was true. It was a conspiracy.
It was a conspiracy. It was a confectionery, but
Confectionery conspiracy?
oh, drop it like it's orange. What? Drop it like it's orange.
I was gonna say Starscream. I really like Starscream. I don't know if I can think of one that off the top of my head that's not already been said, but Calvin's trend to betray the party is an interesting and problematic continuation of his time here at the Untold Stories Project.
It's largely not on purpose, but
Yes, and ironically, Andy is the one who's famous in my mind, even though he did it once. Well, technically twice, because he played that character again and betrayed us again.
famous because you keep bringing it up.
Infamous.
Infamous, yes.
OP, often problematic.
The notorious traitor. Well, I think without further ado, we are good to dive on in. So, last time on Freedom League Dark and the Multiverse of the Master Mage, our heroes put on their street-level vigilante caps and did their best to do an investigation on the behalf of Bowman. Which was a really fun buddy cop moment for Overdrive and Gatorman, as they were really good at questioning witnesses.
Hey, we can't all be the world's greatest detective, you know?
We found both lasers and saws. We did fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gatorman almost got murdered by ninjas. That was fun.
Jeez. That was not cool at all.
But yeah, our heroes have been looking into the mysterious disappearances taking place at Bowman's Project Custodian, where he's been trying to help the people of the South Side, but apparently in his absence, there have been almost a dozen people who have gone missing, who've come looking for help. And the people who have remained have completely revitalized personalities and seem very different than the last time Bowman saw them. Our team split up all over the place trying to figure out clues to this. Like I said, Overdrive and Gatorman came under attack by a squad of identical-looking ninja. And Bowman, at Project Custodian, snuck into an air duct, very Arkham City style. It was great. But on his way out, he was bamboozled and had his brain taken over by somebody. He's not sure. And he's headed back to the Quiver to have a confrontation with the Freedom League Dark, which is where we're going to pick up with our heroes. I've got good news for the folks at home. I have a Roll20 overlay that has the map, so we can watch along at home.
Madness is this.
And we'll probably just go ahead and dive on into the shenanigans.
2 shreds, you say?
So roll for initiative, everybody in the club.
Once you get us on the right map, Alex.
Oh.
Oh, I put everybody at home on the right map. Why couldn't you
Yes.
go with them?
Because
We're traders that way.
Treason. Treason everywhere.
It's treason then. It's that little
Lightsaber.
insidious moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's distressingly low.
You rolled a 3.
I wasn't being Overdrive, but
Leave me
so
alone.
far.
They came really darn close, apparently.
Yeah, what the heck?
Speedster ninjas.
Not funny. Let's not even joke about that.
How 90s Mark Waid of you.
Not enough pockets.
Man, you rolled a 3 and you beat the ninjas by 1.
Only by 1? Jesus, speed me just much?
Wait, all the ninjas go on 39. Jesus.
Yeah, that way I can tune out for the rest of the rest of the round while you guys fight each other.
Wow.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Rude.
All right, I think everybody's in there. Overdrive, Ninjas, Bowman, Mortis, Resonant, Gatorman. That should be all of us. Also, good evening, Warden. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us for the PvP event of the century. Overdrive, you're up.
PvE.
Yeah. Let's see here.
PvPVN.
The map. There's too much shenanigans going on around here. Kind of where I'm at. I forgot how you do that drawing the thing. I can catch most of those speed ninjas and bowmen, of course, in the pound cloud, yes?
I think except for the ones on the roof, yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that because
It's a circle centered around you.
yes.
Out to 30 feet. Looks like you can get the ninja on the corner there, the ninja next to and the two ninjas next to Bowman.
Okay.
And Bowman.
And
If you move it to the south a little bit, you can get the two down below.
and that won't let anybody out the north?
And it
No,
won't
the
get
roof's
one
more
to
than
the
30
north.
feet tall.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I'll do that then. Slide down. Slide it on down.
Side to the right. Side to the left.
Now pound cloud real slow.
Right. So so that is okay, so it's strength based, so the DC is not necessarily related to the damage. So the dodge DC for half is 16.
And that's for 4 ninja?
Yes, 4 ninja and a bowman.
Okay. And a Bowman.
And a pear tree.
Dodge for Bowman at 35.
Rude.
The
Just made
ninja
it.
have all made their dodge checks as well, so they'll have to roll damage against half.
Okay, so damage 19 for everybody.
Go
Feel free to chunk
ninja,
that
go
toughness save,
ninja,
Bowman. Come
go.
on.
26 for Bowman.
Rude.
2 of the ninjas will take a bruise.
Hmm.
What happens, Overdrive?
There's much running around, and obviously he's so distracted by Bowman's, treasonous acts. His aim is way off in this, fusillade of furious fisticuffs. Ooh, did I alliterate too much there? Probably did.
Hey,
And
Bowman's
so-
coming for you.
And yeah, so does that count as like a free action taunt when I do that? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so some minor bruises among some ninjas. Don't make it have to get worse.
Then do you stay there, Overdrive, or do you go somewhere else?
We're in lightning bolt formation.
We are kind of in lightning bolt formation, so maybe
I mean, he could literally leave the scene and come back next turn.
yeah, I go get some smart, and then I come down here.
Beautiful. These two ninja are going to team attack Overdrive.
That's rude.
Yeah! 26 to hit your parry, and 29 to hit your parry.
What if I said they both hit?
Kitty.
Then I'll need a toughness check, looking for a 19 for both.
Did we recover from the last fight, or did we get banged up right before the end of the session?
You recovered from the last
Okay, I
fight.
was gonna say I thought I still had a bruise.
And I'm
and
sorry, it's
injury.
not a 19, it's a 21. It's not 2 19s, it's 121 because it was a team attack.
Okay, so a 21 instead of.
A singular 21 instead of two 19s.
Oh,
one
you're
DC
saying the
21
toughness
toughness.
save.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Neither of those sounds like the hit numbers. Okay. What the? You know what?
Just a bruise and a daze, you'll be alright.
Yeah, that seems thematically appropriate for the,
Three ninjas.
obviously heartbroken and betrayed Overdrive as, Bowman is doing his thing. So I'll be bruised and dazed.
I saw you coming. I know all your moves.
These two are
Take care of
gonna
that.
team attack Resonant.
What team attack? There's only one there.
The other one up
He's
here on the
his own
roof is
team.
going to do assist.
Hmm.
So one got a 37 to assist, and one got a 24 to hit.
24. Will not hit. Oh, wait, no, this
What?
is parry, not dodge. This is parry, not dodge. That will hit. Just barely.
Okay, I need a DC 16 Fortitude save.
31.
You're okay. And this one's going to leap down, and this one's going to leap down, and they're both going to try to tie up Gator Man. 33 to hit and 33 to hit.
I feel like this would hit.
I'm going to need a dodge or strength check, Gator Man.
Sure. We'll do dodge +1. 27.
You're okay. And then these two are going to race out here, and they're going to try to get Mortis.
Ooh.
38 to hit Mortis and 22 to hit Mortis.
Oh. One hit.
So those both hit or one hit?
One hit.
The one that hits, I'll need a 19 on your toughness.
16.
You'll take a bruise. You catch a sword in the ribs.
Ow!
All right, Bowman, I've done everything I can do. Over to you.
It's appreciated. Gosh. Okay, everyone is pretty dangerous, and you are remarkably close together.
Alex made it that way. You had no choice.
I really should take advantage. But all of you, while all of you are very dangerous, only one of you can turn intangible.
So Gator Man is your target, that's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Learn my alter ego, Ghost Gator.
Not the Ghost Gator.
Those nose.
The great gulping Ghost Gator. I could do alliteration
like-
too.
I feel like Ghost Pepper would be more the Ghost Gator man.
Ooh.
That's how he becomes a ghost. He eats a ghost pepper.
He's the Carolina Reaper.
That's my cousin.
Okay. Gosh, I'm so nervous right now. Anyways, I think an area thing might not be super effective right now because you're all pretty strong. So I got to deal with the person who can go intangible. Gonna fire an arrow. Gonna go with a. You can phase out of a bola arrow probably. But we'll give it a try. Whatever. I got to do something. I can't
I
just
believe
sit
in you.
here. Bola arrow, and then I'm gonna grapple up to the roof. I'm sorry, Mortis.
Are you, though?
Yes. That is a 26 to attempt to Bola Mortis.
I was going to follow this.
Is that a 23 dodge to resist, Bowman?
Is it dodge or is it?
I believe the Bola arrow, because it's not like an area of effect thing. It is a affliction though, so it would
Yeah,
be hit
afflictions
and then
could be
dodge.
anything.
Yeah, it's to. It should be dodge. Let me just double check.
Yeah, it's probably dodge, overcome by damage, or escape, or strength.
Yes, it is dodge.
$22. We'll say at least about one. Oh,
Yeah, so that would only be.
hindered. No, yeah, hindered.
Yeah.
Invulnerable.
And then Bowman is going to grapple arrow up to the roof to give himself some space.
Bowman, what would you like the bow cycle to do?
Well, I gotta do the classic. It's gonna ram into Gator Man. He's This is terrible, but he's gonna say, "You shouldn't be standing in the road," and then he'll grapple up and direct the bow cycle to ram into Gator Man.
What do you mean? You were just standing in the auto.
Need a motorcycle asset. Give me a motorcycle. Hiya!
That'll do.
Not yellow enough.
Yeah, it should probably be more yellow. That one's
All
Jason's.
these things are yellow.
Yellow and blue branding.
It's canon.
What's the speed of the bow cycle?
Speed on the bow cycle is under equipment, under bow cycle, under. Where is. Oh, it'd be under power. Speed 7.
All right, here we go. Does a 21 hit your dodge DC or your parry DC, Gator Man?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh, you jump out of the way of the bow cycle before it runs into you. Anything else, Bowman?
No, I did a standard on a move.
Do you want to use extra effort or anything like that?
You know what? Yeah, because I do have 3 hero points, so I will avoid exhausting myself, and I will then take advantage of you all being clustered. Here is a scatter arrow for everybody. It is an area effect. It is selective. It is rank 10, so 20 to dodge, and then 25 for damage.
And if you have evasion as an advantage, this would add to it.
Yes.
And Mortis, your dodge is halved because you're vulnerable right now.
Jeebus. Guess I'll take the. Got the ones out of the way for you guys.
Ooh.
Owen feels real bad about that.
You got a natural 1? Oh, you got a natural 1 on both of those, Andy?
Yes, that's what I said. Yeah.
That'd be unconscious. Are you sure you want to keep that natural 1 on the toughness?
What do you mean? It's only what's the?
You missed by 11, and you get an additional degree of failure from the natural 1.
Oh.
I mean, I'm all for
27.
Bowman one-shotting Resonant. I think that would send a good message to the community.
Yeah,
Wow.
no. 27.
Okay, I guess you're all right.
I'd like to spend a hero point. Sorry,
It's
I'm
just
not
a bruise, Mortis. Are you sure?
Are we sure?
Oh, sorry. What you? No, yeah, you did fail the dodge because you're halved. That'd be a bruise in a daze with a 25. Missing it by 9.
Did I fail? Sorry, did I fail the dodge check even with my 2 levels of evasion?
Oh, 2 levels of evasion. So your 13 is down to 7. So you
22.
go down by 6, up by 5. Yeah, so you're fine. It's just a bruise. I forgot you had evasion.
Cool. I'll take the extra bruise then. I might need a hero point for something else. I know I want to use the hero point for something else.
Then Gator Man, it looks like you copped a bruise in a daze.
Absolutely.
Okay. Then Overdrive, are you in the radius of that? Yeah, you're in the radius of
Yes.
that.
So now what do you want?
Need a 20 dodge and 25 or 20 toughness.
There's a good dodge. Let's see about the toughness. Hey, look at that. Huh?
Overdrive is immune to arrows.
For reals.
But he'll just say, this city needs me more than this team does before he rappels up and away.
Now, I did put that bruise in. It doesn't look like it took it off though. So that toughness save is actually 26. I know that still makes it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't look like my character sheet calculated that.
Well, it's supposed to. That's weird.
Yeah, because like that would be down in the second set of parentheses, right?
I think so. What's your usual toughness? 13?
Usual toughness is 12.
12, and that's what it
That's
says
what I'm
you
saying. It
added,
didn't
so,
take it off
yeah,
because I
it's
rolled a
missing that.
15. So it didn't take the bruise off, even though my character sheet shows that it's there.
It's weird. It used to work. When did that break?
Maybe it's just my OP character sheet. I don't even know.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, something broke. I don't know what.
Okay. So we'll just keep an eye on our bruises manually because it's not calculating them.
Yeah,
It does
I don't
fine
know.
automatically.
See, that honesty is problematic sometimes too, Gatorman. So I'm sticking with my theme. Problematic.
If you want, you can also put your bruises in the miscellaneous column.
Where?
For toughness, it's the yellow one. That should do it.
Oh,
You go
okay.
-2 or -1 or -3 or whatever it should.
Oh no! Now I drug something over where it doesn't belong. That's no good.
Uh-oh. Don't break the character sheet, Kevin. All right. Mortis, over to you.
Speaking of hero points and things I would like to do with them, I would like to. I would like to try to. I'm going to use my hero point to modify. Like to modify my Ghostly Chains ability because I know how agile our archer is. I like to make my Ghostly Chains area effect and see if that will help capture him. So basically, I would drop a whole little cluster of chains and stuff where Bowman is and try to grab him with my Ghostly Chains.
Awesome. If you want to keep it the same rank, you can add distracting as a flaw to make you vulnerable, which you already are. You can make it tiring if you want to do that, or you can cut the ranks in half without affecting to add the area burst, whichever one you want.
I'll put distracting on it.
Perfect.
And so I'm going to spend the hero point. And
Lord, look how big the hero points are compared to you guys.
hero point. Throw my Ghostly Chains at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Bowman
it's
will
a-
need a 24 dodge.
Nope, he'll need a 24 will save.
Well, dodge first because it's an area
Oh.
effect, and then will
yeah.
after
Sorry.
that. Yep.
Ooh. Okay, but isn't yes, it's an area, so I can add my evasion
Yep.
at the very least.
Since you're so agile.
Here comes the
Agile
dodge.
apostate.
Woof.
Is that, oh, that's a natural one. You fail.
You got a last one round. I'm gonna spend one of my luck points.
Come on, give it to me.
I wanna live.
I want to live. Can
I
you
mean,
show me?
I don't know how the will save is gonna go, to be honest, but
That's what I'm hoping is because I knew good at you.
but
Now you
with
need a 17 will.
17. Okay.
If this was a Winwood Dice gaming stream, Calvin will be doing the math out loud right now.
My God, how did
Bowman!
I roll that high?
It's the luck point, yo.
He's got a good brain. It's the other one that he's not so good at. Well, not a very well defended brain. Well, he got
No.
lucky.
His brain's vulnerable to Purdy.
Mortis, if you were a femme fatale, you would be so in right now.
I know. Wait,
That is annoyingly true.
You have a 16 will, Bowman? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, as long as no one makes me roll fortitude.
He's so sane, he's crazy.
Anyway, so I'm gonna do my move action, and my move action, I'm gonna go Ghostly.
Dang it.
That's fair. That will free you from the bola,
Yes.
but you're still vulnerable because you added that to your attack. But
Oh,
now
yeah,
you're
yeah.
intangible.
Yes. Yes.
Hit me all you want. Just get doing damage.
Now this is where I hope they're not speedster ghost ninjas.
Femme fatales a morph away. Resonant.
Resonant is going to fly up on top of the building where Bowman went to. She's going to look at Fletcher and just kind of shake her head and say, okay, you leave for not even a few hours. You come back with a bunch of femme fatale ninjas,
+1.
and you're only worried about the city, regardless of the fact that Adrian is going to completely demolish it when he remakes the multiverse into one singular universe. You're not thinking straight, Bowman. Let me help with that. Resonant is going to pull on the power of her black onyx. Her eyes become black with a fiery glow, and her hair becomes the color of the night sky as she inflicts Tear the Veil on Bowman.
Oh, snap.
That sounds bad.
It's going to be when I hit.
Oh no! I see what that save is.
Yes, you do. That
That
is a 32 to hit Bowman's dodge.
Well, that'll
Please
do it.
give me that fortitude save, Bowman.
And I'm aiming for what, a 24?
Yep.
Not impossible.
Not even close, as they would say in Megadeth.
Jeez, I guess everybody's gonna be taking a luck point or a hero point. Yeah, no, I can beat this.
Glad
You
Alex
got
didn't give
this.
you- I'm just glad Alex didn't give you challenge points. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I did
Please
consider
don't give him
asking for them.
ideas.
I
With
wanted to put my thumb on the scale, not my whole fist.
that would be a 28 with
28,
the
yeah.
points.
Yep, you win.
And he will say, I'm thinking clearly for the first time.
Like hell you are. And she's pissed.
There's like he's already got like an arrow drawn and ready and aimed at her,
Pissed.
but there may be just the slightest shake in his hand. He's still mind controlled, right? Like I'm not just flying off the rails here.
I didn't say you were still mind controlled.
What?
I'm kidding.
He's got a full Hawkeye. He's got a full Hawkeye.
Oh, wow.
Don't ever let the archer go full Hawkeye.
Bowman's
was
gone
your
nuts to
idea.
keep screaming about some guy named DM. I don't know what that means. Imagining voices from the sky telling him what to do.
Bowman, is there a bow plane?
Yes.
Let me know what you wanted to do after Gatorman's turn. Gatorman.
All right, Resonant's got a good point. And there's a bunch of ninjas. I want to take a good sniff. One of these ninjas probably smells like she's been around the Bowman a little more than the others, theoretically. We'll see which one's been feeding my boy Bowman's head with all these terrible thoughts. Which +2, 27 on perception to sniff out who's been hanging around with the Bowman.
Weirdly, none of these ninjas smell exactly like the person who was with Bowman, but they have sort of like a sibling smell to them.
Sibling smell.
That's a thing.
That's a weird thing. All right.
This is not my permission to go sniff your sibling the next time you see them to see if you smell similar.
I mean, all right. Oh, you know what? Fine. Mortis is insubstantial. So we'll take a step here. And, we got a tail for a reason. So let's hit the bow cycle and those 4 ninjas with their tail.
Oh no, I'm getting Godzilla smacked.
That's right.
Radioactive
I'm a little
lizard?
It's more Godzuki, but it's okay.
By default, the bike would be an area effect weapon.
Right? So tail slap. Do you know?
That could be to 0.
Yeah, there it is. Well, it's still doesn't show it on it. So DC 20 dodge.
All right. What's the defense on the bow cycle, Bowman?
Into the garage. The defense is 7.
All right. So it makes the dodge check. What's the toughness on the bow cycle?
Toughness of 8.
So half would be DC 20.
Yep, and it will fail that. It gets a 17, so it will take a bruise.
And it also would need to make a fortitude save or get knocked down because motorcycles notoriously stable.
I'll roll a rank check for it since it's not a fortitude.
It does have stabilizers, if that helps.
Hey.
He is supposed to ride on it without holding the bars so he can fire an arrow.
I'll say it doesn't get knocked prone then.
You've got training wheels on your motorcycle? You are a traitor.
I don't want it to fall over.
I want to shoot while I stand on the seat.
What's that, Bowman? You're worried about the paint job? I'll be right there.
No.
All right, those 4 ninja. One gets a 28. One gets a 33. One gets a 30. One gets a 28. So I'm looking for 20s for all of them. And who's got a bruise? That first one's got a bruise. She gets a 17. She'll get another bruise. One gets a 17. She'll get a bruise. And I'm going to make fortitude checks for each of them. Oh, no, this one's out. This one gets a total of an 8. So that will be staggered. And the last one gets a 20 on the nose, so she's okay. But fortitude's all around. What's the DC on the fortitude save?
Same 20.
Yeah.
But 25 half for 20. Or, I'm sorry, 15 because it's base 10. Apologies.
Oh, okay.
So 15 for the fort.
The one who was staggered takes the second degree of the...
It's just knocked down. It's only 1 degree.
Okay. So she'll be prone. So she gets it the worst. But what happens, Gator Man, as you throw that mighty tail?
Oh, he takes a step back, wiggles his butt, and spins around and sweeps his tail across all 5 of them, including the motorcycle. And yeah, for good measure, well, extra effort and give you a hero point. We'll do it again.
I don't want to roll again.
You spin me round, round, baby, right round.
Oh no, the
Like
motorcycle
again.
fails the dodge check.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! What was the toughness again?
Toughness
25. Oh, sorry.
Oh, so yeah, toughness on bow cycle was 8.
Oh no, the bow cycle's destroyed.
Oh god, this is gonna cost me so much money.
The price of your treachery will have a 6-figure amount.
All of the
Jason's gonna be so
ninja,
mad.
all of the ninja passed the dodge check, but that's not the hard check for them. All right, here's a 20. That's a natural 1 for the one with 2 bruises, so she gone. That's a 9, so it's an 8, so she'll be staggered. With another bruise. Stagger City's gone. Prone, but not forgotten. And then 1 bruise for the one over here. Seems very light on her feet. Alright, Gatorman, what happens when you swing the tail again?
So the second he spins around, gets a big old gator grin, and spins one more time, but this time aims a little lower, catching the motorcycle, and then he's got a flaming tail to hit ninjas with. That works a lot better this time. Before stop spinning like a top.
Ninja notoriously fireproof.
What? That's not true.
Feel like I'm about to get the Bow Cycle's older brother, the Bow Plane, coming this way.
I imagine the bow cycle came first. Bow plane's the little brother. Takes a
fair.
lot longer to modify a plane than it does a motorcycle.
And it won't have stabilizers. Oh.
I
Didn't
think by
even finish the
definition, a
boat.
plane has to have stabilizers.
Had
Yeah.
to help it on the ground.
If the Delta
Those are
flights
just for
approved
landing gear.
anything, you can absolutely trip a plane.
That's right.
Right. I mean, he would go with the Bowmobile next. He would go in an appropriate amount of escalation before crashing a plane.
The bow wheeler.
Not the bower. You said the Bowmobile's coming next?
Yeah.
All right.
Hoping the bonus cycle is coming out, but I guess not.
Not the
bow
bonus
unicycle?
cycle.
Oh my god.
If only I made the sidecar its own separate vehicle.
All right, the Bowmobile comes rumbling out of the quiver. What's it gonna do, Bowman?
Well, it's gonna ram into the guy that just wrecked its older brother. Trying to remember the order I got these vehicles in.
Do none of your vehicles have like missiles or anything? It's all.
It's got an arrow launcher, but it's like it's not worth mentioning because I'm sure Gatorman's impervious to it.
Oh,
I haven't upgraded that for a while. It's like
all
damage
right.
4.
Here I go.
The bow
What's the
schemes.
speed on the Bowmobile?
The Bowmobile is only speed 6.
Okay, I got a 23 to hit Gatorman's parry.
That will hit.
I need a DC 22 toughness check, unless you have a 14 impervious.
Yes.
The bow jet ski.
As a matter of fact, I have a 14 impervious exactly.
Cool.
I was being facetious, but apparently it's correct.
I learned from you, my buddy cop. This is what it feels like being that jerk. I don't like it, Dicky. It's not coming off.
Oh, that persecution, and then we come to this. Oh,
Yeah, how's it feel to be overpowered, Gatorman? Jesus.
I don't like it. It's weird. I'm having the whole Bow County Choppers garage thrown at me.
Bo jet ski sounds like a coach's name. All right, Overdrive. Over to you.
all right. So the ninja to my left, or to the west, if you're using compass points, will serve that ninja up the old Fist of Fury multi-attack. What's the damage? Ugh. Yeah, that's no, it's no good. No good at all. Have yourself a hero point. Let's re-roll that crap. 3 for punchy. I don't think so. It's multi-attack, mofos. Ugh. So all that becomes a 31, right? Because that's a hero point on the reroll.
Yeah, it's a 6, so you will hit by 1. So no bonus for multi-attack, but
Wait,
They're very dodgy
Jesus.
and parry.
They're super ninjas.
Jesus. Well, make your toughness save then. Of
if it helps, I can't roll a 28.
it doesn't help, but thanks.
They're glass cannons.
Oh my God, natural 20.
They're not even glass cannons. They only do DC 19.
I would like to differ the opinion on this statement.
Yeah, I was gonna say they almost murdered Gator Man last session.
Oh no. I get a grand total of a 12. So that will take out one of those ninjas.
Now, here becomes the question. Are they considered minions?
They are not.
Oh, curses. Alrighty then. I guess that's my action, and then the daze drops off, and it's their turn.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
I made another funny.
This ninja's going to dive down here in between its 2 injured sisters, and it's going to slurp off 2 of its limbs.
Whoa, whoa,
Sort
whoa,
of.
whoa. Let's not be slurping here. This is a family-friendly game.
And she will goop off the
Okay,
snaggers.
stop. Just stop.
Are Are they
heal those two.
face ninjas?
Damn, old Boogie Nights Alex over here. It's just all about
Sort
the
of.
porno. I don't know what's going on.
Is that what Boogie Nights is about?
I don't know. I've never seen it. I vaguely recall talk that they were filming a porno in it as part of the in story, whatever was going on.
No, you're thinking about The Shining.
It's not a porno.
Red Rum.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Jesus. Okay, you
See?
people are psychotic, guys.
I'm not gonna hurt you, Wendy.
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Here's Johnny.
Oh. And the trauma
All right,
comes from a different angle this week.
That's why I'm here. These two ninjas are going to power attack the Gator Man.
Damn.
Not as a team attack this time.
I'd rather you didn't.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for one of them.
Oh,
And a natural 1 for the other one, because perfectly balanced as all things should be.
right. So basically, that one stepped in front of the other one's punch and takes the crit. Good call.
Oh, that's nice. No, that's how City of Destiny ended last week. I'm dying
Really?
of that. Yeah, Crucible Crucible's a Kentucky Fried Dickhead right now.
Wow.
All right, I got a math. Gatorman, what's your parry?
22.
22. So she hits you to get +5 for multi-attack, +5 for power attack, +5 for the crit. That 19 is going to become 34. Toughness.
Ow.
I'll take a bruise.
Well, aren't you fancy?
I learned from last week. This crap is not happening again, young lady.
She narrows her eyes at you and can't say anything because her mouth's sewn shut.
Yeah.
This is new.
Yeah, that's new.
I think I was present in the image. I don't think anybody commented on it.
I don't think we've seen the image.
Oh, let me just zoom up real quick.
Okay, there it is. Yep.
Hmm.
Huh.
Doesn't that look familiar?
If you own Rogues Gallery as a Mutants and Masterminds product, you've probably seen them before. There's not usually this many of them, though.
Oh,
You got my
okay.
first good look at my great googly moogly. What is wrong with you, lady?
She grimaces audibly. And then this one's going to stab Overdrive with 5 points of power attack. And again, get a critical hit.
I'll
Don't do
step in front of my buddy cop on this one.
Oh, are you sure about that?
I don't want you going down. We're bonding. This is how it works.
Give me another 34, Gator Man.
We're
Besides-
bonding with swords through our guts.
Right. So I've only got a week, and then I'll retire. It'll be fine. 26.
That's just a bruise in a day. She'll be all right. I think that's all my conscious ninjas
That weren't regooped.
that were not regrouped. But being regrouped is their turn.
Yes, I know.
Ow. You good?
Bowman.
Okay, Bowman is largely distracted by Resonant right now. So that's where he's going to focus his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Still very worried about Mortis, but
Getting too old for all this ninja fighting, says Warden Maximus.
Because even traders still have souls. Oh no.
Yes, Bowman has most of a soul.
yeah.
Most of.
Sophie has the other part. Oh,
Which Sophie?
exactly.
He had to give up
Exactly.
5% for Bowtooth to come to life.
Both. Jeez.
Okay, that's worth it.
That part of the stole was stolen because he didn't actually say, "Yes, I give my soul for Bowtooth to be born."
So he's
you
95%.
know, sometimes some parents make their kids on accident.
Is that what?
Oh my god.
Wow.
That. Anyway.
We here at the Untold Stories Project do not condone the fact of calling your children accidents, regardless of the means by which they were conceived.
Unless your child is a giant, tooth, then you may.
So Bowman. Yeah, Resonant is gonna be a problem where she is. Frost Arrow. Using his own version of the Glacial Crash.
The glacial crash as the friends are made along the way.
A much less interesting version.
That will miss.
Ooh, Bowman, you didn't call down the thunder now. I think I hear some. There's an edge in Resonant's voice. You poked the bear one time too many.
She said, "You give me a turn, you get nothing."
Shoot, I'm just gonna fatigue myself. I guess I'm okay with moving at half speed because there are flyers and speedsters here. The only person I've avoided is Gatorman by going up here.
I fully believe Gatorman can get on that roof if he wants to.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got a speed wake and a wall run that says hell yeah.
And we've newly bonded, so this could happen. Are you ready for the Overgator team attack? Or would it
Alright.
be Gator Drive?
Gator Drive.
Gator Drive coming at you.
Fastball special.
I'd watch that crossover. Frost Arrow didn't work out. Let's go for the Electro Arrow.
Gee, yes. Yep. Okay.
With
that'll
a crit
Yep.
on a nat 20, that will be a 28 Fortitude DC.
Yep. Ah, there's that one again.
Damn it.
Andy, what's wrong with your dice today?
I don't know, but
They
I'm
really
down
want that
because I'm
drama.
out of hero points.
Traitor sympathy, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, right. Trader sympathy. Jesus. Okay.
Bowman incapacitates Resonant.
Yep.
And okay, so he
Bowman, make a will save for me when that happens.
All right.
Natural one. Natural one.
Yep.
Interestingly, for the audience,
Deuce.
at home,
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
I don't know what this is. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I guess she deserved it, Bowman. That's you feel vindicated.
So he makes the first shot with the Frost Arrow. It goes wide, but was apparently just meant to be a distraction because he comes in with the Electro Arrow, which he aims at. Oh, this is so hard because Calvin doesn't want to do any of this, but she aims at Resonant's chest, and he's going to say, "This team, you can save the multiverse without me. You don't need me. You never did." As he lets the arrow go. And he's not gonna move. He's just going to look down ominously at the rest of the Freedom League Dark from his perch up here.
That's Bosquint.
Yeah, it's like the middle of the day, but somehow there's just like a cloud that passes overhead and casts like one little
Flash.
shadow. Or it
Mortis.
starts raining. That would be dramatic.
Hey,
Oh, look. Bidink. As I ethereal jaunt over to Bowman. Blink, because I can do that. I am going to probably miss horribly, but I'm going to attempt to take Bowman's bow away from him. I'm going to use my ethereal disarm.
oh shit.
He doesn't like it when you do that, just from personal experience.
I know.
Yeah.
That's 3 ones in a row.
Roll 20. What are you doing, man? I think everybody should refresh.
And I swing and I miss and I get frustrated. I'm going to I want to use extra effort to go again, and this time I'm just going to try to screw it. We're going to the crossroads. Done with this. Me and Bowman going to crossroads.
That's
Surprise!
like taking you behind the woodshed. You're getting in trouble now.
Man.
Hopefully the shock will knock you the hell out of the stupidness out of him.
Put him in the soul vault.
Poor Drop
If I-
Bowman
if
gave
I
him all
thought I
lips,
could,
or
I
Dad's
would.
pissed.
All right, roll to hit him.
It's an area effect basically, a dimensional shift.
Okay,
Um,
and it's
I don't
rank
know.
7.
Don't think he can dodge that, or don't think he can't dodge that.
yeah,
You
well,
roll
he
one.
can roll a 1.
No, we used them all up now.
Not impossible. Um, close.
So
With
you make the
H1.
initial, and then for the half ranks, you'll have to roll a 14 on your next dodge check. So the top of
Say
this
28.
building that Bowman keeps the quiver in gets all haunted and spooky, but Bowman is able to get out of the area that's going to go into the crossroads. Mortis, do you still go into the crossroads? Like you
I would
disappear
still,
there?
I would still technically go there. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn
You
it!
come back. Do you come back when you realize you don't have Bowman, or are you gonna wait for a second?
Well, that's my move action, so I'd have to.
Move again.
Yeah. So I'm in the crossroads yelling, "Damn it!"
Uh-oh, Bowman, you only have 2 targets left.
This is not going that I thought it would, but
No, this is going exactly as I thought it would. This is what happened the last time you did this to us.
that wasn't me.
That was Jonesy last time. I think Bowman's just overpowered. I think the crown needs to pass from overdrive.
No, I don't need that heat.
Gatorman, over to you.
And it hit the ground, see Mortis vanish, look at Overdrive and go, I guess got serious all of a sudden. Alright. Well, we got leaping, so we're gonna charge the good fashioned bowman.
Oh, you can get up here. Okay.
Yep.
We are aware on the ground of what happened up there, correct?
Yeah, I think, especially with it being an electro arrow, I'm sure you heard the thunderclap and resonant go down.
Yeah. Sure. We'll have to charge because we are dazed. And this seems like a terrible idea, but why not? Let's all out for 5. So we're gonna try and grab a hold of this bowman. Yeah. It's a 31 to hit.
That's the opposite of a of a natural 1. That's a critical hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll hit.
EC 35.
For toughness?
Yeah, just go all toughness.
Sure.
Gatorman eats Bowman.
That's not nearly enough.
That's unconscious.
I'm not gonna do the math on that.
Ward Maximus says that he wants the Boverdrive Buddy Cop miniseries.
I'm down. It was 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be a stagger. Missed by 11.
Nothing I can do about that because I already spent the point. So Bowen will take the hit, but perhaps uselessly, he does have counter strike when attacked in close combat.
Sure. Also, make a dodge or a strength check.
I was gonna say the fast grab might actually, if it works, keep you from doing that.
That's gonna be the question.
Yeah, because this is part of the same
Mhm.
attack. So you said dodge or
Mhm.
strength?
Yeah, you can use dodge
Yeah,
or
dodge or
strength.
strength.
Would be super fun if
Good.
I used strength, but dodge of 24.
Failed by 4. So you were just first degree on that, which I think is
Hindered and vulnerable.
yeah.
Already hindered, vulnerable.
And I'm sorry, 1 degree is immobile and vulnerable.
Oh,
Oof.
So you're not hindered from me. You can't move and you're vulnerable.
Okay, so let me just quickly put these on my sheet because I am stagger. No, I rerolled.
No,
You're still
you are
staggered.
You're still
Oh, yeah,
staggered
yeah,
because
yeah.
you would have
Sorry,
been
I'm
knocked
staggered.
out.
Okay, staggered and immobile.
immobile and vulnerable.
And there it is. Vulnerable. Cool.
and
Cool,
make a
cool,
will
cool.
save as that happens.
Uh, 27 on that will save.
You snap out of whatever mind control has been afflicting you.
Oh,
Third Jan.
Turns out the key to breaking Bowman's mind is to break his body first.
My mama taught me this move when I acted out of line. She just bonked me across the head. See, it works for everybody.
okay. Okay,
Bowman
so
in your mouth, you shaking him.
where is Gatorman grabbing onto Bones? Just like one of his arm or something?
No, he's flying burrito. We're sticking with the old he grabs on, bites his shoulder, and gets the arms around him.
He's more snake than man, than gator.
And then Bowman, like, he attempts to go for the counter strike. Uh, but then, yeah, I guess just the shock of the pain from being hit so hard. Um, yeah, is there any like, it just like completely breaks off?
Yep, just completely fizzles out.
And there's just like this short gasp. Um, he starts breathing heavily and he looks towards where Mortis disappeared from, and then over to where Resonant is lying unconscious.
An arrow in the chest. In the chest or on
His
the chest?
arrow. Well, no, it doesn't pierce because it's like a taser arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't pierce deeply, I should say. But it's dramatic that it's there, so it's there.
Yeah, knock on extra effort, so we're going to hang on to him.
Awesome. Overdrive.
Okay, I'm going to run up the wall to Resonant. And the hands begin to blur, and he sort of reaches out and metabolic acceleration to heal.
Really fast
This is
CPR.
This is 24. So I believe that's 2 conditions.
Should be 3 conditions
Three
because it's
conditions.
DC
10,
10
15,
for
20.
heal.
Okay, yes. Okay. There you go. 3
Okay.
worst conditions come off.
The only condition I had was the incapacitated, so
Are you okay?
I'm gonna give everybody a hero point. The ninjas are gonna shuffle into the darkness.
no, not really.
A lot's happened in 6 seconds. It'll be okay.
Look around at the vanished ninjas. Look at the Bowman in my mouth and arms. You still nutso?
Not as much as I was a moment ago.
Blah.
I'm glad the answer is not no. I'm a guy who dresses like a bow and I shoot arrows at people.
And he is just like rubbing his shoulder where Gatorman had bit, and he looks too Resonant and just says, "Sorry, I don't know what came over me."
Yes, you do. Your worst impulses were brought to the surface by something or someone. Your drive to protect this city was used against you. And she'll look at the three that were off doing this investigation before Mortis comes back, and she'll just kind of go, "Tell me everything, and let's go fix this problem before it gets worse."
I mean, we saved the day. Look at Overdrive. Offer the bro fist.
Yeah, fist bump.
She pulls the arrow out of her chest and offers it fletched end back to Fletcher.
He is not strong enough to keep the obvious regret off of his face, but he will take the arrow back and probably turn away from Resident before actually explaining the situation. Yeah, so he will just start recounting everything that had happened. Is Mortis back also, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Just so I know what the scene looks like. But he will start recounting what had happened. People were going missing from Project Custodian. I didn't really have a chance to dig into it as much as I would have liked. So I was spending some time now looking into it as best as I could. I had sent Gatorman and Overdrive to pursue one lead, while I looked into the place myself.
She arches an eyebrow at you.
It was
And,
just
that's it. She just gives you the look of, you did what now?
it was just meant to be a simple investigation.
And while you were there, what happened?
I found that one of the people who I thought was, well, one of the people who was working as an informant for me, who gave me some information, he was acting completely different, as if he didn't remember the person that he said was missing. In fact, several of the people there were acting off, sort of glazed over. I tried speaking to Jasmine about it. That's the woman I had hired to take over Sophie's position. And after that conversation, I left a listening device in the building. And at the time, I almost got grabbed. Someone came looking for, well, Fletcher. So afterwards, I made my way back to the car. But I think that's when I got hit. Things got a little weird after that.
You don't say. Okay. Let me go take a look at the car, see if I can't trace the magic or something there was. Because if I remember right, one of the Sophies did tell us that one of the sisters was magical, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. So I am going to go down and attempt to get a read on whatever magic voodoo may have been used in the car.
It was the regular Fletcher car.
Not the
Okay,
Bowmobile.
so not the Bowmobile, right? Okay, so we'll need to go where Fletcher's car is.
She, for what it's worth, pieced out before we got here. Like at least I couldn't get a beat on her while we were here. I tried.
I want to keep an eye out, Alex.
Mhm.
I'm guessing the south side is a little bit more ghostly populated than some of the other parts of town. Not as much as,
Well, it's no Lantern Hill, but
Lantern Hill, but basically because I have ghost contacts and informants and stuff now, so I'm going to see if there's any street informants or the ghost equivalent of street informants who can maybe give me a tip or a clue or whatever.
awesome. Give me a perception check.
What do you want?
As you are sort of scanning the streets below, you do see a ghost standing on the corner. Looks like they have a little ghostly soapbox and a couple of newspapers. And they're trying to flag people down, but nobody's stopping for them.
Resident, I spot someone who may have seen some stuff, so I'm gonna go ask real quick.
Okay.
Just I didn't want to disappear on everyone with everything that's going on. So
Yeah. Go for it. Thanks for letting me know.
I will float over that way, and as I get closer, because of the way my spookiness effects work, the little ghost will become somewhat visible to everyone else.
And audible. You hear him yelling, "Extra, extra! Read all about it! Centurion stops the Hades invasion! Hot off the presses!" And he hands a newspaper your direction, Mortis.
Ghostly newspapers.
I will take the ghostly newspaper. Hey,
Also,
lad, how's
war
it going?
escalates in Europe. And he'll hold his little hand up for a nickel.
Do I have ghost change? I don't know.
At least
Do
2
my
cents.
quarters
One
have
for
a
each
soul?
eye.
Where should have a soul? But yeah, if I can just conjure up a little bit of my magic to basically make a little spark or whatever, they call it, like something that can like give them a little boost, then I will definitely do that.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Wow, mister, that stuff's real. That's the real deal, isn't it?
That's the hope, young one. Out here, doing what your best you can, I guess.
I'm an enterprising entrepreneur. I work for Fletcher Beaumont. I'd say the first, but I don't know he has 2 descendants with the same name.
It's been kind of a crazy day around here, hasn't it?
Yeah, there was a fight over there around the corner. I just saw it.
Have you seen anything else kind of crazy going on lately? Anybody else skulking around or sneaking around or causing problems?
Yeah, I sure did, mister. If you look across the street, lickety smart, there was a young woman over there with a robe and like blonde hair, and she was doing like magic stuff. But then she took the crooked path and she disappeared.
You took the what?
The crooked path, right? That's like that Adrian Eldritch fella. He uses that spell sometimes. You know, Centurion's pal.
Yeah.
The crooked path of Carcratus and the mystic moondrops of Mondrasis and like all that same letter stuff he does. The
That's
shining sons of Cinnabon, or right? Is that right? I don't know.
Was there anything else that you noticed about her? You said she's blonde. Was she wearing like dark colors? Was she wearing red? Was she wearing green? What, do you recall anything?
She was wearing dark blue. And she looked kind of like those ninjas that were just here a little bit ago. Those ninjas were rude as hell. They didn't even ask to buy a newspaper. How are they gonna stay informed?
They were a little rude, yeah. Well, thanks for the news and thanks for the update and good luck with your sales today.
Thank you. I'm an enterprising young entrepreneur.
We'll head back to the group and we'll let them know. Kind of go to where he was kind of pointing out to where she took the crooked path.
Yeah, and with your mystic senses, you could tell that somebody used the crooked path of Carcratus just a few moments ago.
So it looks like our ninja friend had an ally with them.
Yeah, Juliet has sisters.
Yeah, his
Apparently
name is
more than I
Bowman.
thought.
Yeah. Well, we should follow it. We need to deal with this before anything else. I'm still waiting for word from Warden.
Can you follow her teleportation?
Mortison, I should be able to. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
You ring a bell with you?
I'm sorry that you've all gotten pulled into this.
Stop.
Just
This city is as important to the rest of us as it is to you.
yeah, it happens. Just don't want to happen again, and he'll lightly bonk you on the forehead.
Well,
See,
I have a reminder now, he says as he's kind of like still rolling his shoulder a little bit.
yeah. I also hope you had insurance on the motorcycle. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was aware enough to notice that.
Are you in
It'll,
good hands?
I'm sure that'll buff out.
Absolutely.
Only get a buff arrow.
Jason, I know I haven't called you in 8 months, but can you come fix the bow cycle?
He he messaged Jason as soon as he got back. Dang it.
What is this chore list? Do your laundry, clean the kitchen, repair the bow cycle. What?
Replace the hot pockets.
Make Jason buy his own hot pockets. That's rough.
Whenever Fletch shops, it's all broccoli and cheese hot pockets. It's weird.
As if
Bowman's
Jason
all-
doesn't have access to the Bow credit card.
Bowman's a latchkey
He
parent.
can't just whip that out in public, though. Then it gives away the secret identity. It's a credit card on the end of a boat, on the end of an arrow, for God's sakes.
Never leave the cave without it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you guys go to investigate what's going on at Operation or Project Custodian, we will go ahead and take a quick break, stretch our legs, refill our drinks, and we'll be back in just a few moments. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us while we took a slightly longer than usual break. But yeah, so far tonight we've had an epic PvP versus ninja fight, which has been a ton of fun for me to sit on the sidelines and watch happen. Yeah. Our heroes faced off against the apostate archer with an amazing array of arrows and came out on top thanks to a good old hug from Gatorman.
The cuddle's important. The cuddle saves lives.
Yeah, the cuddle puddle. It's the safety zone. Other than that, our heroes have they've made some inquiries as to what's been going on. They've caught each other up, and they have a noticeable trail to follow, thanks to the crooked path of Carcratus, which I will probably say different every single time. But yeah, we'll pick up with our heroes there. Mortis and Resonant, I'm not going to make you roll for this because you are master mages and she is not. Did Gatorman give that BBEG a struggle snuggle? Yes. Bowman, do you feel snuggled?
I appreciate that I'm the BBEG, though.
What I didn't hear is you appreciated that hug, so no one's coming.
You're going to get another struggle.
I got two strong arms for you, but Bowman.
But yeah, the path clearly leads back in the direction of Project Custodian.
And let's go.
Yeah, Bowman, he, for a moment, looks like he's going to try and argue, but realizes that would be a moot point. So he's just going to nod in agreement and say, yeah, let's go.
What's the layout of this building so we can get the civilians out without causing any harm to them?
Well, Bowman will give a description. I don't know that we've ever physically mapped out the building, but I imagine there's multiple exits.
Yeah, in my mind, this has big startup energy, like big open floor concept, sort of massive windows wrapped all the way around the front 3/4 of the building. Second story that is fully concealed behind some kind of like sleek stone. Big fancy sign out front that says Project Custodian. However, when you arrive at this place, as you're telling everybody sort of the layout of the building, you do see that there are a few dozen people that you recognize as people who have benefited from Project Custodian's work. They are all standing out front with knives held against their necks by themselves.
Wait, what?
They're all holding knives to their own necks.
Oh, okay.
waiting for
So
you
not
guys to
that knives
arrive.
are hovering there; they're doing it to themselves.
They're doing it to themselves. Jonesy hates this building.
Yeah, I had the hate when she said open concept. I just like,
Yep. I have worked in several of these buildings.
hence the hate.
Yeah.
I work from home now. Thank God.
Fair.
Sorry.
What kind of approach are you guys making?
Well, it looks like they're ready for us in some way, shape, or form. And this is just Resident is mad, like very mad when she sees this. Go ahead, Jonesy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a giant open concept glass wall building. We can just skip this part if you want. I'm looking over at we can just skip this if you want. I can just take us all right inside.
Yes, please.
And with that, we will step into the crossroads and step out inside the building.
Cool.
Hopefully that means we don't trigger them, that they don't get all twitchy handed as we get close, because we're not getting close. We're just gonna
I'm gonna give you a hero point for stealing my fun, Jonesy.
it wasn't the intent, but it was, I'm like, if we get close, that will trigger them to hurt themselves. Let's just not get close. Let's just,
Yeah, Logicore Cat has had to step away. She is making a human, and she'll be back when she can. But I'm gonna get through the rest of Freedom League Dark before I look at casting anything. But hang on in Discord, you'll know opportunities to play with us there. I had a monologue and everything, but that's fine.
I mean, you could still maybe try to monologue, but it's not going to be with hostages.
Yeah. It was going to be all in unison with the same voice. It was cool. It's fine. It's fine.
There's a timeline where it happened. It's just
it was in the
Stop
shower
this.
this morning while I was writing.
All right, guys, this may not seem like a smart idea. I'm going to go outside and distract the villain. Yeah, let Alex monologue, and you guys go find her.
No, it's fine. It's
Grab
fine.
the tail.
Feels like a pity monologue at this point. So yeah, you're in the building. Oh, do we have a Discord command in Twitch chat? That would be smart.
we used to.
I thought we did too.
There's a Discord link under the about.
Yeah, I think there was a button that he pushed and it popped up, but yeah, the Discord link is just below too, isn't it?
Oh, I think so,
Yeah.
on the Twitch page.
Yeah.
All right, so
first floor, nothing in here, lights dim, that kind of stuff.
yep, the place is abandoned. Seemingly. Ish. There's people out front, but nobody on the inside. The lights are powered down.
I'm going to
Bowman would know that there's an executive elevator at the back.
going to extend my mystical senses and attempt to pinpoint where the biggest concentration of magic is in the building.
Give me a perception check.
Hiya. 32.
With a 32, you know the biggest concentration of magic is about 3 stories down.
They're below us.
Just going to guess that the building wasn't originally planned to have 3 lower floors.
It was not. That might have been something Sophie did, though. This might not be them.
Oh,
Cool.
the thought does not make Bowman feel better.
It's Violent Violet says, I thought you guys were just trying to give Gatorman a chance to try to tank, but then he started tasting the team.
Well, we have to get below.
You can try the elevator, see if it's connected. It's possible they have their own separate entrance, though.
And if we send an elevator down anyway, that's just a very small box that can become a very big focal point. If we send it down as a distraction, however,
Then we need to find out where their actual entrance is.
Yeah.
And Bowman will set about doing that.
and we'll work our way towards where the executive elevator is, Alex.
Perfect. Bowman knows right where it is. It's just at the back of the building, sort of in the middle. There is that big, obnoxious startup double staircase that goes up to a big balcony that overlooks the work floor. But the elevator is sort of nestled in the center of the building, almost forming a spine.
Just go insubstantial.
Yeah,
want to keep-
Mortis could just take you all through the floor.
That's true. Yeah. But I would like to see if we can send the elevator down as a distraction.
Yep, it does have a button that goes down. And,
All three floors.
It does.
Okay.
Mortis will go in, push the button, and walk through the door so that he could be out with the rest of the group.
Amazing.
And down we go.
All right, you guys phasing down, presumably not right where the elevator lets out, because that sort of defeats the purpose of the distraction.
Right, we'd be a bit back from it, but still have to be in that same area to make sure that we're in the right spot.
Mhm.
Or I suppose with my 32, I may know exactly where it is.
Yeah, you'd have a sense of exactly where the energy is beneath you with a 32.
Then I would put us directly there.
Perfect. Coming down through the floor, you guys exit out into a cavernous space, 3 levels down, where you see somebody has been hard at work setting up a large number of these sort of glowing blue tanks and vats. You see a lot of these blonde women running around, looks like trying to store data, trying to prepare the place for their departure now that the gig is up. One seems to be in the center of the chaos, coordinating everything. She's dressed in a suit of blue power armor, closed helmet, sort of hovering in the air with a repulsor. And next to her is a similar looking woman dressed in these blue sorceress robes, sort of loose hanging fabric, glittering crescent moon iconography on it. And Bowman, you recognize the big woman who was going to grab you before you went into the air duct. The 3 of them seem to be coordinating while a number of these ninjas are the ones doing the grunt work.
But I don't see Jasmine Jupiter. Or
No, you
Juliet
do not.
Jupiter.
You don't
The
see
main
Juliet
one.
Jupiter. She might be in the power armor.
Oh, yeah, because I can't see their face. But they're like they're collecting other stuff. They're starting to move and try to head out somewhere, right?
It looks like they're trying to pile up evidence. They're trying to move a number of these blue tanks into the center so that they could do a teleportation spell to get out of here.
Cool. Are they working on that teleportation spell?
Not currently.
Okay.
When they notice that the elevator is coming down, the one in the power suit points at the big woman and says, "Handle that. We need a few more minutes to get everything gathered so we can get back to Father."
Resonant will look over at Bowman. How do you want to handle this?
There is like a slow exhale coming from him. We gotta keep them from leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Check.
and we whatever's in these vats, we have to make sure they stay closed, and then we just hit them as fast as we can.
Okay.
So
She'll look to
I
the
can-
team. Go ahead.
I can drop an EMP, disable any other routes they have to escape that aren't magic.
They're most likely going to be prepared for that, but they won't. They're not ready for us.
They do seem to know an unfortunate amount about me.
Let's take care of the problem then, shall we?
yeah, it's your fault you showed them that freckle. That's why they know so much.
Hmm.
Breaking the law.
Okay. Let's get the drop on them.
Come on, buddy cop, it's time to get our collar.
Would you like us to roll initiative as we jump into a surprise round, Alex?
Yeah, let me just grab some tokens real quick. I don't have a map for the people at home. Or wait, maybe I do have a map for the people at home. I did download a map for this.
The dickens, you say?
Congratulations, past Alex.
Yeah, it's weird. He's never prepared for this. He even put it on the right page.
Wow.
Who
He
am
just
I?
didn't tell. He just didn't tell current Alex, so current Alex didn't remember.
This is crazy talk.
Cool.
So I'm sure I'm no longer immobile.
That is true. Any damage you guys suffered in the
Bruises.
previous fight should have fallen off.
But I haven't rested at all, so I don't think the fatigue would have gone away.
No, it does take an hour of rest for fatigue to go away, or you can spend a hero point to shake it.
No.
Tokens for
Polaroid
initiatives.
You have to wait till we're on the right map before we
Oh,
run.
okay.
Yep.
There we are. Jeez.
Way to build suspense, Alex. You know,
I don't like this bubbling. Toil, boiling.
Oh my god.
Whatever. That's not good. Holy jeez.
They built all this under your nose.
I was gone for 8 months. I don't know if it's worse if Sophie did it or if they did it.
I think two things could be equally bad. Sorry, I'm just trying to fill the image on Roll20 so people could see what's going on, or on Twitch so people could see what's going on.
Did my initiative go through?
Mm, no.
No, I don't think so.
I have it.
Just-
I don't have Mortis's. I've got everybody but Mortis.
So was there.
Man, I dropped my
Well,
I dropped my mouse when I got home today, and the spinning wheel is not cooperating.
Try again. I have to closed out my sheet and reopened it because it was acting a little twitchy.
Thanks, Miss Violet. Violet, I like it. I think it's a good map.
What you
It's
think's in that?
Steampunk Laboratory, according to the Google search I found.
What you think's inside the big glowing bubbly vat?
More clones.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Mutagen use.
Still not talking me out of it.
All right, Europa, what's your initiative bonus? +2? I have a 3.
I don't like that name now.
Then Luna.
and now with that sense.
Not VAT sense. Oh man, I did not give these people good initiative when I created them.
Take that and then just
Good job, past Alex. I rolled a 1 for the ninjas, so they got a 18.
I rolled a 1. They still got an 18.
That's not a terrible initiative modifier.
No, it's not a masterful initiative modifier like Dave has, but it's pretty good,
Oh, we can't all be the master mage of the speed force.
right?
That's my partner you're talking about.
I hate that they rolled that well.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that they got that high and they rolled that bad.
Overdrive, you're up first in the surprise.
Right.
Well, while the other characters have the surprise condition.
Is this our where we're? Because this looks like it's in front of the elevator. If this
No,
is,
we're-
Yeah, you guys could place yourself in the room wherever you're appearing, because
I mean, I don't know that it matters for me, but
well,
Yeah, but I figured we were kind of
fair.
the rest of us were probably all like
Yes.
around the center of the room was where we were.
hey, how you doing there?
And wherever Mortis puts me.
And let's try that multi-attack thing with hopefully a less ninja-like person.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
That's stuck in my head all
That
night.
is a perfectly ridiculously average attack roll, but let's see where we go with a 25.
That is perfectly average. 25 will not give you a multi-attack bonus, but it will hit.
But it will hit. All right, well, let's roll
Even
with
with
that
her
then.
being surprised.
It is Cromulate.
That's true.
Lawyered!
It would give you a +2 bonus because she's vulnerable.
All right then, toughness of 30, I say.
Ow.
Smack.
That's a bruise and a daze.
Sweet. And then...
Is that on the
action?
wizard chick or on the armor chick?
Wizard chick.
Oh. Sorry, let me double. I was looking at the wrong chick.
Wizard.
I think
That's
it's
still
more
a bruise and
important,
a daze.
more important to smack the wizard around than the warrior. Just, you know. D&D bias. I'm here for it.
No, I only have a D4 hit dice. Leave me alone.
Quick, take out the cleric.
All right. Good job, Overdrive. What happens? Did you slap her around?
Run up there. Like, oh, I would hope that'd been more effective against a wizard, but I guess not. And then I'll stay back here out of fireball formation for the next round.
Perfect. Resonant.
Give me one moment. As I oh,
As I kill you.
as I kill you.
Dark Resonance a thing. I'm getting weirded out, guys.
Silence! I kill you.
Not Ahmed the dead terrorist.
Wow. All these deep cuts.
The concept of dark resident just frightens me to no end.
Yeah, that
Right.
alone is.
Try over here.
What was in that Electro arrow? You set her to murder.
All right, I am going to be able to catch the 2 on the platform and the 4 ninjas on the right-hand side of the room with a glacial crash. Alex.
And Titan.
So they are all vulnerable.
Oh.
They're all surprised.
Yeah,
So
the
they're
ninjas
all-
have uncanny dodge, but
Okay.
everybody else is definitely vulnerable.
I just caught that. That just hits me my brain so much.
What, that they all have the names of Jupiter's moons?
Yes.
This was before I knew where Starhaven was, too.
Wow.
Oh no, come on, Europa. She fails with a natural 1 on the dodge check.
Are these yours?
Yeah, I created these guys.
Ah, even worse. I'm picking Alex. No, sir,
Wow.
not serious.
Oh man, Luna fails. Callisto, 1 succeeds.
We don't have moon names.
Yeah, all 4 of them are named after one of Jupiter's moons. And their
They
dad's
stole-
name is Dr. Jupiter.
They stole the twins' whole thing.
Holy shades of Titan City, though. I mean, you know.
Yeah, these are the Moon quadruplets.
Oh Lord.
Dare they?
I should have saved them to fight Alara and Ursa.
Single moon.
The veil grows thin in the presence of traitors. Oh, I mean, what?
How big is the Saturn themed villain group?
Oh my God, no.
Was it Saturn or Jupiter? They recently discovered like 100 more moons.
What?
Oh, I don't
missed
know.
that.
I didn't chat. I missed that.
Nah, the Saturn villain's married because she's got a ring.
Bowman,
Boo.
Gatorman, Gatorman.
More like Boo Man.
Yeah.
The Pluto villain got
Okay.
written out of continuity.
Oh man, I got a 9 for Titan on the second, so she'll be defenseless and immobilized. The Callistos are okay. And Europa and Luna. Here's Europa. Got a 7, so she'll also be immobile and defenseless. Where was this energy when you were fighting Bowman?
Yeah.
I tried. I didn't
And
get the
she
drop
only
on
got
Bowman.
she got a 12, so she's also immobile and defenseless. So the ninjas are okay, but the 3 quote-unquote main sisters are all immobilized and defenseless until they get out of this ice. What happens, Resonant?
Resonant just kind of reaches her hand out as she pulls on the power of her lapis lazuli, and she just pulls the fingers back into her palm. And this isn't the slow burst that she uses. This is literally ice prisons generate around each one of them individually within this space.
I feel like Mortis is doing a Metallica Trapped Under Ice like montage right now in support of Resonance.
It is Mortis' turn if Resonant's done.
Yep.
So we've got some big bads that are immobile and defenseless. Right?
Yep. Three of them.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
what?
don't know
Who
if
said that?
big is the word I would use.
So we're gonna take out. Mortis is gonna channel his inner gamer and take out the spellcaster first.
You know, this encounter was perfectly balanced for a Bowman solo fight.
What? Ow!
I would win
well,
and you would die.
Oh,
Perfectly
okay.
balanced.
So with that, I am going to use an ethereal bolt against her and attempt to take her out.
Oh dear. Well, that'll hit. She's defenseless. She's just a little guy.
finishing attack.
Yeah, it's a free crit, so 29. She's already got a bruise, so with a 29, she will get a total of a 25, so she'll take another bruise. What happens, Mortis?
Mortis blasts her with the ethereal bolt. So it's this wispy, bluish, white energy blast as I strike her. And as I glance around the room, do I see a bunch of souls in these vats? Do clones even have souls?
That's a tough question. Yes, you do see souls in the vats. The main vat seems like it has a few dozen souls in it, but the other individual ones look like they have solitary souls in them. If you give me a perception check, you might acquire some more information.
I will be happy to do that. I critted on that so I have a total of 30.
Well, as the soul sommelier, Mortis, you get the impression after seeing the people upstairs that a number of those people, they have their souls in the big vat. Somebody has accumulated their essence and seemingly created these extra versions of them that were upstairs. As for the little ones, you see there are additional ninjas. in stasis waiting to be set free.
Oh, I will relay that over the comms to my teammates and look to see if I see controls or control panels for these cloning vats. Not really seeing one on the map, but
Yeah, you have a natural 20, so you would know. There's panels on the individual tanks, and then the big tank has a sort of almost a sort of a keyboard and lever situation over here.
Cool.
All right. They're surprised. Gator Man.
Well, Gatorman got to do what Gatorman got to do. Crack his knuckles and power attack the wizard for 5.
I'm just a wizard.
That's what Thulsa Doom said. Nope.
Sure, that's not a 1.
Not a 1, so it's a crit.
DC
dear.
40.
Ooh.
I can't roll a 40.
Sure you can.
I
Roll
rolled
a
a
4
2.
10 times.
2 plus 10 is 12, which is going to miss by 28. So what happens as you take out the wizard?
He comes over, cracks his knuckles, cracks his neck, and reels back and cracks her jaw.
Just
And
breaking ice and breaking her down to unconsciousness.
And well, since Resonant's mad, let's encourage extra effort and follow through with that punch into Titan.
Titan or
Yeah.
the battle suit?
Or the battle suit.
Europa.
Europa, excuse me. Also not a 1.
I'm just a guy. All right, here we go. I rolled a 2 for Luna. I rolled a 3 for Europa.
That's better. You improved.
So
Yes.
I
5%
improved by
improvement.
100%.
That's significant.
So that is a total of 13. So I still missed by 27, which will still knock out Europa.
Follows through with the punch, cracks her jaw. She hits the ground. Well, he's moved by and stop in front of the third one. Just
Yeah.
give up for the love of everything. Just stop. But yeah, that's what's
And as you smash the helmet off of Europa, Bowman, you will recognize her as Juliet Jupiter.
Weird.
Bowman, over to you.
Bowman is seeing past mistakes repeat themselves as this battlesuit Jupiter falls unconscious. But he
Also,
will not let that. Yep.
I forgot something happens when Luna goes unconscious, and most
Lord.
of the Callistos turn into goop.
Ew.
Leaving only the Prime Callisto still up over there next to the tank.
That counts as 4. Sorry.
Is he the
Uh,
elf or the dwarf? I can't.
So, but this one is not defenseless. Also not goopy.
Right. Titan is defenseless. Callisto is not. Titan is looking flabbergasted around the room as 6 seconds have passed and all of her sisters are unconscious.
You want my ninja fight?
Centuria's not here.
Except the rest of us aren't. We've already stolen most of the ninja fight.
come on, fight the ninja, fight the ninja.
Yeah, I simply can't not fight the ninja.
It's in my blood.
It's in my bow. All right, let's just test the waters here and see what we can do. Gonna make a shot with the. Since this one's not effective, I'm gonna make a shot with the bow of arrow. See if we can slow her down first,
Perfect.
and if not, set her up for the team. with a Hiya. No, I don't think 17 is gonna do it.
That is not going to do it.
Okay. Let's spend a hero point so I can be cool in the first round, and I'm fatigued. I don't want to exhaust myself. And then if that doesn't work, let's just go with a straight up damaging arrow with a peerless shot.
I believe in you. Oh,
A
good job.
32 to hit.
That will just hit.
Oh, just hit. Ooh.
Well, it hits by 2,
Then-
but just hits.
Then multi-attack isn't gonna help, so just 24 damage.
Am I rolling a d10? No.
No,
There's more
D6.
than- I got another 2.
D4. D4.
Someone talked about Traveler earlier. Oh,
So that's a total of a 6, since I rolled a 2. So I will fail by 18, and that will take out Callisto. What happens, Bowman, is you finally almost get your ninja fight. You seem to have grown beyond the ninjas at this point.
He's actually going to repeat the same thing he did against Resonant, firing one arrow that misses and using that as a distraction to land the second shot. But this one is going to sort of pierce through the shoulder and pin this ninja to the vat.
Amazing.
I say same move, like I didn't just miss the first shot.
It was a distraction arrow.
And he's going to just grapple swing on top of this machine here.
Excellent. Overdrive, first round of regular combat.
wow. Wow.
Titan is still defenseless.
Oh, well, you know, may as well
Booker Dano.
buddy cop this up. Hey, Gator Man, let me see how you did this. And then, because for laughs, all out attack and power attack on the old Fists of Fury, rapid attack, multi attack.
Don't punch quick, follow through.
Blam. So that's a 28 to hit with multi attack, and they're, you know, all helpless and whatnot.
Yep, free crit, free power, free multi attack. 43.
Oof. I almost feel guilty.
You want me to interpose for?
But it's not it's not lethal damage, it's like I'm going to kill her.
It's just gonna roll one.
I mean, I rolled a 15. That becomes a 26.
Still 17 down.
Still 17 down, so still unconscious.
Good job, partner.
Fist bump.
Go squad. That'll take us out of combat.
One round combat.
Resonant kind of releases her breath, slow and controlled.
Oh, that was close.
Yep.
I almost got out of hand.
We're not done yet. And Bowman is going to try to... Well, since Mortis pointed out where the computers are, Bowman is going to head over there to see if he can get some data on where their so-called father is.
Give me a technology check.
Technology. Yeah.
It's another building.
It's in another castle.
Your bad guy's in another castle.
That doesn't seem nearly enough. I'm down to the 1 hero point, but Bowman's gonna trust his team to not.
But it
let
is
him die.
9:30, so let her rip.
Oh yeah, 29.
29. Well, the 29 is you're sort of going through the notes in here. You get a ton of information about the people that they've taken and replaced after doing some very thorough conditioning on their bodies, after separating what they're sort of referring to as their inferior souls from their bodies.
Inferior.
Looks like a lot of the "we're going to turn your life around" has come down to hollowing out their bodies and sending them out as sort of almost mind-controlled automatons. As far as a location for their father, there does not seem to be one located in here. But there are reports, you see that Juliet mentions they've done this procedure in a number of different cities and seems to be an ongoing thing across the world. Looks like there's a chapter in Farrowburg, there's a chapter in Mystery, New Hampshire, there's one in London, a couple in Southeast Asia.
I mean, I doubt they would have this, but is there any way to reverse the effect they've had on people already?
Does not seem to be an undo button. It looks like something that's going to take time and effort from somebody with a...
Mastery over souls.
Yep. If only he knew somebody who could do that.
Yeah, if only.
If only. More to
Logicor, if you have Amazon Prime, you can give us a Prime sub, and that should stop the ads from going.
And he will say, this seems to be more of a super science sort of thing, but it looks like it could be in your wheelhouse.
I mean, you can take a look. You can also call in the Adam family, see what they might be able to help with.
Sorry. What's that?
Do you want to question one of them?
He's gonna move to stand over Juliet and just say, yes, I would.
And I will
Is she the one in the power armor?
Yeah, she's the one in the power armor.
So I want to grab her and lift her up, but not the armor.
phase her out of her power armor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hammer, take her.
Here you go. And then I'll just
Grace Jones.
I'll then hand her to Bowman, but you know, not to steal your thunder, but
No, if this day has taught me anything, it's how much I appreciate all of you.
I will encase her hands and her feet in ice so she has nowhere to go. And I will stand next to Bowman when he wakes her up.
She will come to in a start after. Well, Bowman, how are you waking her up?
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Damn, I went for the slap. Okay.
with a smelling salts arrow, of course.
Jonesy for the win. Jonesy for the win.
You know what? That makes perfect sense.
What? Why would you need to deploy smelling salts remotely?
You can't
keep
get to an
yourself
ally
safe.
who's been knocked
have to,
unconscious.
Right. Why would you go into the gas cloud when you can help him from outside the gas cloud?
Bingo.
Yeah.
The only bad part is you got to snap and shake the arrow before you shoot it.
Shoot them in the nostrils.
Bowman learned
Damn.
his lesson when he tried to fire a gas mask arrow at
Careful, you
somebody.
idiot. I said across her nose, not up it. Oh, sorry.
Gas mask arrow. I love it.
On the news at 6, he saved me.
Like a toddler with a crayon up his nose. What a bad time. So, snapping the smelling salt arrow. She'll come to. Oh, hi, Jupe. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Hey,
You're just in
Jupe.
time for the interrogation.
What?
Jupe's playing D&D. That's cool. It's fun.
She is? Oh.
I'm just on a break from my
nice.
D&D game. I hope you're having a good time. And she'll sort of stagger awake.
Is she current or is she part of this bizarre trend of resurrecting first edition? I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know.
So as Juliet comes to, Bowman is just going to say, I want you to think very carefully about how this conversation is going to go. we've already dealt with your sisters, and we are going to find your father eventually.
Yep.
You can make this easier, or you can make this harder.
I choose harder. You'll get nothing out of me to help find my father. And I can wait you out.
Oh,
As we'll see.
I'm just fighting words.
And what about these people? What have you done to them?
I fixed them.
Holy shades of Stepford Wives.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, they came to us as drug addicts and homeless and worthless. And they've come
Now
out
they're leaving as
as
alcoholics.
They've come out as model members of society.
They didn't need fixing, they needed help. That's what this place was for.
What this place was doing was only enabling. If you want to cut the rot out of a fruit, you have to cut it out. You can't eat around it.
These are people we're talking about. Just something you don't seem to understand.
I have a feeling that she's been around for long enough that whatever remnants of her humanity existed have long been snuffed out by her father's experimentation.
Resident, give me an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
And as this interrogation's going on, I'm going to quietly stand in the background, but just concentrate on upping the creep factor to give a little more oomph to Bowman as he interrogates her.
27, Alex.
Appreciate it.
What you said seems to have resonated with her. There's a look on her face as if she wants to say something, but she swallows it down.
Did I hit a nerve?
Just a pocket of resistance.
Implantations. Thoughts stopping you from doing what you want to do. Just
Well,
like you did to, just like your sister did to Bowman.
That was Bowman. Is that you under there, Fletcher?
Did they not already know?
I kind of thought they would have already known.
Did you just out him?
Apparently.
They were just trying to mind control him to make him go away.
But that's weird because all the ninjas were with him.
Yeah.
The ninjas and Bowman all appeared at the same point in time.
The ninjas knew, the other sisters didn't, but the ninjas couldn't say anything because their mouths are sewn shut.
But not the main
mine-
ninja.
Well, not the
They
mind
probably,
controls.
yeah, they knew. They knew. That
Okay.
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 Retcon that real quick. Thanks for bragging about me, Jube. Don't show them this clip. Let's just walk back a couple steps. Okay. Andy, say what you said again.
So basically, let me see if I can even come up with what I said. It's all in,
Because you mentioned that there was something making her resist answering. There was something
yeah,
holding her
basically,
back
yeah.
and taking away.
Hmm.
Yeah.
implanted thoughts, implanted procedures, ways for her to interact that go against what she wants to do.
Right, that's right. I'm just a tool of this enterprise. Same as my sisters.
Except you shouldn't be. Or at least you weren't at one point in time. Why else would you have to have conditioning? Why else would you have to be controlled by someone else?
And a sort of look of claustrophobic panic washes over her face, as if she is suddenly coming up for air after being repressed inside herself for so long. And she sort of staggers, looks desperately at each of you in turn. You have to find him. You have to find the original us, the original me. Before it's too late. And as she tries to tell you more, her face slowly begins to melt into the same sort of toxic goop that the ninjas melted into.
She's like
And
starting to melt. Can I don't know? Bowman tries to reach out, hold up her chin, just trying to hold her face together.
Reaches out and touches face.
yeah, and she sort of just slips through your fingers as you're touching her. She sort of clay faces down into a puddle of this clay and goop. As do the others in the room with you. Dude, you're a menace.
Absolutely. I regret nothing and I accept my punishment.
She had a total meltdown.
That's Gator Man. Flips out a pair of sunglasses and sticks them over his
Snout.
gator eyes.
So Bowman is just left for a moment staring down at his hands with the goop melting off of them.
Resonant will step away. She'll put a hand on Bowman's shoulder for a second, and then she'll step away, and she'll get on her comms to the Atom family.
Go for the Atom family.
This is Resonant. I need your guys' help.
Always happy to lend a hand to the Freedom Week. What seems to be the situation?
Do you know where Project Custodian is in Southside?
Yes.
I need you and your team with a containment device. We have a bunch of cloned individuals who are no longer solid. After raking some mental conditioning on them, their physical forms were desolidified, and I want to know how.
Well, we'll get over there right away. Dr. Adam should have some insight into this. The morphic molecule sort of works in a similar manner, so we'll see what we can do.
Sub-level 3 from the executive elevator.
You got it.
Thanks.
And they'll show up in a little bit. Is there anything you guys want to do before the Atom family shows up to start shoveling people into buckets?
I mean, Bowman is going to just make sure all the data is loaded onto a spy arrow in case they need to copy it elsewhere. But he is going to look at the remnants of all these clones and say, They, this man, Lawrence Jupiter, they all called him their father. He was a, he was their father, and he did this to them. And to people, who knows where else? Who knows if what's in the data here is everywhere they've been?
Alex,
Mm-hmm.
these goop creatures at one point had souls. Are the souls still hanging around, or any of their clones in the vats still have souls? Any of that stuff still around?
Will you give me another perception check? You give me a better perception check?
I have hero points. I've got hero points for days, so yes, I can definitely do it. 23.
With a 23, as you are looking around, you didn't notice this before while they were in motion, but each of these goop people, other than the big collection in the vat that is other people, all of the sisters seem to have percentile fragments of the same soul.
What I thought. What I suspected.
So
Resident.
you don't know that any of them are able to be communicated with, just with how infinitesimal they are, but you do get the impression that they are trying to collate together.
So they're a fraction of the whole.
Mm-hmm.
Resident. There's remnants or fractions, slivers of souls around.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to trace them back to the original, using sympathetic magic and the two twins of a soul, or parts of a whole. Would you assist me in the ritual to see if we can
Absolutely.
try to find out where the original versions of these four troublesome individuals is?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I will break out we have a nice big open spot in the center of this room.
There is a nice big open spot in the middle of the room.
That's where the
And I
teleportation spell was going to be used.
Yep, I will start using chalk and make a circle and ring runes and sigils and goo if necessary as a sympathetic component, and
Just
me and
shoveling
Resident
goo.
will do our best Doc Strange float in the center of the room and cast a spell, at least attempt to, as we're waiting for the Adam family anyway. So I mean,
Yeah, perfect. You think you have like 9/1000ths of a soul to work with down here, but it's something to start with. Will both of you give me an expertise magic check? Or expertise crossroads, if that's better for you, Mortis.
I was about to ask because it seems a little bit more like
37 and a 23.
Perfect. So that 23 will kick the 37 up to a 42. And sympathy goo, it's just the snot that happens when you cry. Logic core. With a
wrong.
42, using the energies in this room, you're able to pinpoint that all of these sisters used to be one person. And that sort of prime person you're able to track is somewhere in Farrowburg, as the general vicinity that you're able to narrow her down to.
Okay. I know we have pressing matters to deal with Adrian, but I still haven't heard from Warden. Do we want to take care of this as best we can?
When you say that, Resident, you do hear an audible, almost like a big metal lock unlocking on the elevator door that leads into this area. And there is the distinct presence of magic that washes over you. And the door to the elevator opens out, and Warden steps into the room.
Perfect timing.
I understand you've been looking for me.
I have. What areas of your dungeon dimension are you not aware of?
I haven't been able to access the dungeon dimension for almost 8 months.
That's not a good sign.
But I can tell that something bad is happening in there. I can feel that Eldritch is on the precipice of his ritual. We need to find a way to break back in.
Figured as the jailer, you knew all entrances and exits.
I don't know all of them, but I do know someone who might know something I don't. Mortis, I think you're friends with him. The gatekeeper.
Oh,
The only problem is I haven't been able to find him in almost the same amount of time. But I think he's the key to stopping Eldritch before it's too late.
And we need to find Gatekeeper. Whatever happened to him, it's Adrian's doing.
And with that ominous energy hanging over the party, I think that's probably a good place for us to stop this week's festivities. As we decide, do we go after the goo people? Do we go after Gatekeeper? Do we stop Eldritch? Maybe we just
These questions and more.
We just let it all go. Just go down to the Winchester and have a pint until this all blows over. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you're enjoying the ride as much as I am. We are closing in on the end of the multiverse of the Master Mage. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm excited to see how the last few chapters play out. I want to thank my players for indulging me my nonsense this evening. And as for updates around the network, we should have a new episode of the Titan City Serials out tomorrow, wherever you find podcasts. We are going to be wrapping up the first of those serials and introducing a new one very soon, so keep an ear out for that. Thanks Logicore, Paradox, Miss Violet, Jupe for hanging out with us tonight. And a man you know over on YouTube, and thank you for popping in to say hi. They should be releasing the Origins events list soon. So if you are planning on heading to Origins in June, we've got a number of events on the calendar. So please feel free to come out and play with us. We have a ton of cool stuff in the docket for y'all. I want to give a chance for my players to say anything they want to say, plug anything they want to plug, and then we'll get out of here. I'll start with Jonesy.
hey, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. I'd like to apologize for Alex for sidestepping your soliloquy monologue. Now with that, yeah, I'll kick it over to Kevin.
Good news is it would have been a lot of nonsense for a very big anticlimax when you all beat up everybody in one round.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody, while we did our thing and wrecked a whole bunch of villains in a round, and just doing the stuff we do and dealing with traders and whatnot. Now, it's always good. It's always a little sad approaching a season's end, but there's always the next season to look forward to, and lots of cool creative stuff happening. So please stick around and check all that out, and stay in touch. I will kick it down to Andy.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. As Alex said, we've got Origins events, some of which are already up on tabletop.events for Origins. I know they're still loading things though, so you can get a little bit of a head start on looking at all the fun stuff that's being run in June here in Columbus, some of which is done by myself or Alex or friends of ours. So nothing else for the game tonight. So pass it over to our resident trader, Calvin.
Dang. Well, I lasted more than one round, so as far as I'm concerned, despite the fact that I will have to repair the Bowmobile and entirely replace the Bowcycle.
You knocked out Resident.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I have been GMing Resident for like 5 years now, and I've never knocked out Resident.
Bowman doesn't feel happy about that.
Oh, but he does.
We saw you like, oh no, Resonant. Oh.
I mean, I did feel a little relieved when Resonant and Chris were off the board for a sec. I was like, okay, let's see what I can do for this round. And then Gator Man just
Chop, chop, the tree, chop.
Gator got a gator, man.
Oh no, I'm made of man. Gators eat men.
But yeah, next time I guess we'll see what we end up pursuing, because I don't know. One is very important because it's the end of everything, but the other is also important. So we'll see. Anywho, if you are on YouTube, please check out the Women Dice channel where we have gaming streams and a tabletop RPG podcast. Had a really fun interview over the last couple of weeks with Eld, who has been on the show before and is working on a Yakuza-inspired RPG, and it was really cool to get into, so check those episodes out. And with that, I will pass it over to Juice.
Thank you so much for watching however you do. Those watching live, always appreciate it. Those watching after the fact, leave us a comment. Tell us what we did well, what we did poorly, what you do instead. And if we live through this, tune into the holiday break for the next case that Gator Drive ends up on, and we continue our buddy cop adventures. But as we've continued for this year, we will continue with tradition. For Kevin fact number 452, at one point, Kevin wrote a Turkish melodrama called the propensity of humans for self-sabotage, called The Traitor in Us All. It was a very beautiful story.
Oh my God.
So with that, we'll go back to Alex.
Wow.
That sounds like something Kevin would do.
Yeah, that's legit.
The translation
everyone.
took the longest. That was the hard part.
Well, thank you again for hanging out with us, and we'll see you back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, be good people. Peace.